Good afternoon and welcome here on Forever Rugby and Forever Sports. We just saw the conclusion of the international between Australia and Wales. Australia taking that one by 36 points to 28. And you went on that journey live with Stevie P, our captain, for the next game here as we build up to this afternoon's clash between the Springboks and Ireland. We have some Currie Cup action. It's going to be Free State at home to Western Province. It's an absolute pleasure from myself, Roods, here to take you through that journey. And I'd love for you guys to hit the like, hit the subscribe button here on Forever Sports. This is the home of rugby. And we love to take you through every single journey. Of course, as I mentioned later on, the big one that you'll have live with Stevie P, South Africa in Durban at home to Ireland to make it a clean sweep at 2-0. But just to give us a little taster this afternoon, we've got the Currie Cup action between the Cheetahs and Western Province. Of course, these two teams coming off differing results in the first round. This, of course, round number 2 of the Currie Cup. We saw yesterday the Sharks going down to Griquas. We saw the Lions thumping victory as well by 75 points to 26. But it's today that we turn our attention to the Cheetahs, who had their own big victory last weekend against the Griffins, coming away with an 82 points to 20 victory. And it was Western Province at home who unfortunately lost out to the Bulls, but managed to get 2 bonus points, in fact. So the Cheetahs 1 from 1. Western Province will be looking to come back. Do give your scores in the comment section, of course. We want to know what you think, who you're supporting, where in the world you're watching, from where in South Africa you're watching. I beg your pardon. And we'll be kicking off shortly for that one. I'm going to take you through the starting 23 of each team as we build up to the clash, starting with the home side, and that is the Cheetahs. At 1, Skalk Ferreira. 2, Marco Janse van Rensburg. 3, Aranos Kutsia. 4, Zwanele Zito. 5, Victor Sekekete, the captain. 6, Gideon van der Merwe. 7, Aiden Davis. 8, Jeandre Rudolph. 9, Ruan Creer. 10, Ethan Wenzel. 11, Daniel Kasende. 12, Ali Nkajima. 13, Munir Hartzenberg. 14, Spoon Corsi. And 15, Lita Nkula. 16 to 23, Vernon Paulo, Cameron Dawson, Robert Hunt, Carl Wegner, Opa Mahoje, Niels Volschenk. 22, Marco Janse van Vieren. And 23, Reinhard Fortuin. We're going to go through the 23 of Western Province. At 1, Lizo Koboka. 2, JJ Kutza. 3, Sazi Sandi. 4, Connor Evans. 5, Gary Porter. 6, Paul de Villiers. 7, Henry Stassen. 8, Willie Engelbrecht, the captain this afternoon. 9, Imad Khan. 10, Yuri Mati. 11, Angelo Davids. 12, Jean-Luc Duplessis. 13, Wandesile Similani. 14, Courtnell Scorsan. And 15, Luke Berger. 16 to 23, Skaran Tubeni. Vernon Matongo, Corne Velbach, Andre Hugo Venter, touted as a future Springbok, of course, getting some game time perhaps off the bench for Western Province this afternoon. 20, no stranger to South African rugby, CJ Velleman. 21, Lonel. 22, Labib Kannemeyer. And 23, Damian Marcus, the former junior Springbok. That is the 23 for each side. And as I mentioned, the Cheetahs are in fact playing at home this afternoon. But as I mentioned, do give your score predictions. Give us your thoughts perhaps as we build up to the Springboks this afternoon. If you think Rassie and co can in fact make it 2 out of 2. That's the game we're all looking forward to, of course. And this is just a taster as we build up to that game. Bloemfontein will play host, of course, to the next Springbok game next weekend against Portugal. A very pivotal moment for a Tier 2 country to come to South Africa and play the world champions in Bloemfontein. But the Currie Cup is where the future stars are also born. Because of the rugby schedule, I guess we don't always get to see the Springboks playing in the Currie Cup. But no doubt, as the playoffs get closer and the teams are finalized in terms of the top 4 semi-finals and finals, you might see 1 or 2 Springboks. But it does kind of overlap with the fact that the Springboks are obviously going to be playing in the Rugby Championship, of course. And at the conclusion of the Rugby Championship, no doubt, is the URC. So it's just about managing game time for the Springbok players. We saw Rassie Erasmus release the likes of Makazole Mapimpi, Apalele Fassi and co. As well as Edwin van der Merwe, who looks like he's done himself an injury. Just to give them some game time, perhaps get them fresh and sharpened up. There's still a lot of international rugby to come. So the Currie Cup is most certainly going to see some Springboks at some stage or another. Of course, if you missed it this morning, it was New Zealand who beat England in a pulsating international game in their second test at Eden Park by 24 points to 17. And as I mentioned, Australia overcoming Wales by 36 points to 28. The teams are just about ready to come out onto the field. And as I mentioned, the likes of Andre Ugervente coming off the bench most certainly can be a valuable asset in terms of game time. Will we see him feature in the Springbok plans going forward? Your nose, it says. Where are you from, my brother? You're saying you are from? Give us a shout. Where are you from? My prediction for this game, the Cheetahs looked very sharp last weekend. And in my opinion, they could just be a little bit too much. Western Province, of course, going down at home last weekend to the Bulls. But it's all going to happen here in Bloemfontein. Perhaps not a very industrious crowd. Everyone probably getting ready for that Springbok game. But still, the Currie Cup has its long sense of history in terms of South Africa. And the Cheetahs running out onto the field now at home. As I mentioned, in front of a small crowd, but still supporting their home side. My score prediction, Cheetahs by 10. Victor Sekekete, the captain, lots of experience for the Cheetahs in the second row. And of course, Willie Engelbrecht at number 8 for Western Province. Clear skies in Bloemfontein. And we're going on a rugby journey. It's all happening here on Forever Sports. Both teams out on the field. Wonderful conditions overhead, wonderful conditions underfoot. And we'll definitely see the ball move around. Both these sides have deadly finishes. We think of the likes of Courtnell Skosan for Western Province. Spoon Corsi, the Springbok for the Cheetahs at right wing. All to play for here in the Currie Cup. We're just about underway. Give us your score predictions in the comments section. Welcome to everybody who's tuned in here as we're underway. Western Province kickoff from right to left. Western Province, of course, in their blue and white strips. The Cheetahs, white shirts, black shorts, red socks. Shape from the base there, from the Cheetahs. And it's into touch on this left-hand touchline. Western Province will have The put into the line out between the 10-meter mark and the 22 of the Cheetahs here. Ruan Creer taking no chances with the exit there from the kickoff. First line out here to Western Province. And it's the middle of the line out ball. It's Imad Khan now who plays it away. Western Province in possession. Imad Khan into the 22 they go. "15 meters out from the try line. Western Province in possession here. The defense of the Cheetahs has to be stout now. Jean-Luc Duplessis stopped in his tracks there, but Western Province managed to recycle. Time off for the moment. There seems to be an early injury here. I think it was one of the Cheetahs players who was just making that tackle. Looks like Gideon van der Merwe now. Perhaps needs to go and get an HIA, but an early start here from Western Province, putting pressure on in the 22 of the Cheetahs. I'm sure the game will restart here with a scrum to Western Province. Just in the momentum of making that tackle there, Gideon van der Merwe looks like he's up and about. And we will restart with the Western Province scrum here. Just inside the 22, centre field of the Cheetahs. First scrum of the game, crucial. We saw in that earlier game with New Zealand and England, England taking a little bit of heat in the scrum. They did do quite well at stages, but you've got to keep your focus on at every single scrum. The pressure can come on at any time from the opposition. The scrum of the dark arts, as they say. It's interesting to see how everybody's talking about South Africa being the heavier, more physical players. But if you look at the scrum last week against Ireland, I think they outweighed us. So technique also vitally important when it comes to scrum time. And it's Imad Khan who will feed for Western Province here. Advantage to Western Province, says the referee. There's a chip ahead from Jean-Luc Duplessis, who wants it. In fact, it was Yuri Mattia who put the chip kick ahead, and it's Jean-Luc Duplessis who gets the try. They're going to check it though. But it looks, for all intents and purposes, that Western Province have the first score here. A little chip kick over the top from Yuri Mattia from that scrum advantage. So a free play might have worked out to 5 points here for Jean-Luc Duplessis. And Western Province could be on the board early here. They've just gone up to the TMO. Very tight call. We saw the scrutiny that the TMO came under last week in that international game. They've got a very difficult job. They're looking for separation here. Did he get the ball grounded before there was any clear separation? That's up to the TMO to decide. But it could be the first 5-pointer of the game. course, playing under that scrum advantage, so if nothing comes of it, they will come back for the penalty to Western Province. And the try has been awarded. There's enough conclusive evidence that there was no separation. And it's Jean-Luc du Plessis who took a bit of a knock in all that, who's come up with the 5 points, and it's Yuri Matia who will have the opportunity here for Western Province to add the extra 2. Takes one last look, shapes for the kick. It's sailing, it's over. Western Province up by 7 points to 0 here. Camping in that 22, and from the scrum, a chip over the defence. And it was Jean-Luc du Plessis who managed to ground the ball. And that's a 7-pointer. Free State kickoff deep into the 22. Gathered by Imad Khan. Brought to ground. They're still inside. Engelbrecht, the captain, goes in to play halfback. Shaping from the base now is Imad Khan. Got the safety of the 22 and finds touch on this right-hand touchline up to the 10-metre mark, still inside their own territory, Western Province. But just relieving some of the pressure. They're up by 7 points to 0. Lively young scrum off this, Imad Khan. The line-out is won by the Cheetahs as they look to maul it, but well defended at maul time from Western Province. They've gone back a few meters, but still in possession. Ruan Creo looks to dig deep. To Victor Sekekete, he's brought to ground. They're inside their own half now. Advantage, says the referee, to the Cheetahs. No advantage there. Daniel Kasande trying to come away with it. He just couldn't hold on. Playing under their advantage there, but Sazi Sunday penalised at ruck time. He's got to roll away. And the Cheetahs now with an opportunity down this left-hand touchline with the penalty kick to set up a line out here in their first real attacking opportunity 5 minutes in to round 2 of this Currie Cup campaign. Marco Janse van Rensburg to feed, goes to the back. Finds Andre Rudolph. Ruan Krier. Knocked on. Knocked on there from the Cheetahs, but again, it's a penalty. Advantage, the referee saying Western Province playing the man in the air from the line out. And looks like the culprit there, Lizo Koboka. Discipline going to be crucial here. The Cheetahs managing to put that ball into touch and just inch closer towards the Western Province try line here. It's a maul from the Cheetahs. They're only 7 meters out. Can they get the ball clear though? It's there for Ruan Krier. Kajima tries to take it up, but he's brought to ground. They're playing towards, from right to left. They centre field here, 8 meters out, another advantage. So 3 successive penalties here, Western Province. Giving away needless penalties. One feels he has a chip over the top now for the Cheetahs. It's a try of their own. It's Daniel Kasende. Well, the little chip kick over the top seems to be working. And the Cheetahs strike right back under their own advantage there. But the pace to burn from Daniel Kasende gifts the 5 points to the Cheetahs. Ethan Wenzel, we saw him feature in the Varsity Cup. And he put it over the top. And coming through like a steam train was Daniel Kasende. And now the Cheetahs have an opportunity to level it up here. A try apiece, the conversion to follow. It's Ethan Wenzel. Can he find his accuracy? Yes, he can. 7 apiece here in Bloemfontein. The Cheetahs strike back. And we're back to level pegging here. You can see the crowd is happy with that one. And it's going to be Yuri Matia to kick off. Just inside the 22, it's Victor Sekekete with the safe hands. Ruan Kriya there looking to clear the ball, but Western Province coming illegally through there, so giving away penalty after penalty. In fact, that's 4 penalties in a row. And once they start stacking up against you, you'll find yourself on the wrong side of territory, playing back in your own half. Fortunately for Western Province, the Cheetahs stuck inside their 22 here, but with an opportunity to exit via Ethan Wenzel, which they do down this left-hand touchline. The ruck was formed, says the referee, not giving Ruan Kriya an opportunity to play that ball. And it will be the Cheetahs with the line-out throw. They've been efficient up to now. Marco Janssen van Rensburg finds his man. It's over the top. Kriya from the base. Looks for grass, but nice covering there. Just not gathered cleanly. And it's Boone Corsi who comes in with the pressure here on Western Province. And holding on, says the referee. You can see what it means to him. Chasing the kick we saw last weekend when Pollard kicked for touch and Cheslin Colby chased it down. What was the result? And you don't quite coach that. It's got to be within the player's mentality there. And Spoon Corsi can be credited with that, chasing down the kick from the base. And the Cheetahs all over that ball. It was the fullback of Western Province there, Luke Berger, who just didn't have support in securing the ball. And the Cheetahs now find themselves 8 meters out on this left-hand touchline. Western Province doing well to stifle this maul for the moment. Can the Cheetahs release the ball? The call has come. Use it once. No, they can't. Western Province managed to hold on there long enough. Scrum down to Western Province, but they stuck 10 meters in from this left-hand touch line, about 7 meters out from their own try line. And time off for the moment. Just some attention to Lizo Koboka. The game of rugby obviously has a high attrition rate. That's why the men on the bench are so crucial. We've seen a lot of talk from the international media regarding the South African bomb squad. Nicely silenced by our captain, Sia Kolisi, saying he's not bothered in the least. What people tend to say, we're playing within the spirit of the game. And if you can do it, then do it. And for us, we're playing to our strengths, utilizing the bench when and where we need to. Whether it be a 5-3, 6-2, 7-1, or even an 8-0 split. The finishers as they are now known off the bench, have a pivotal role. What does change the game a bit, of course, if a player goes down early in a game, doesn't always quite work according to plan. But they're still the finishers. They're just as good as the people who start. Western Province here, getting the penalty from the scrum, putting the pressure on. So it's at scrum time. The likes of Sazi Sandi and Lizo Koboka, they putting some massive pressure on the front row of the Cheetahs. And getting the penalty and an opportunity for an exit here. Down this left-hand touchline. Right up to the halfway line. So a great kick there from Yuri Matia. Always tough to call. Looked like both front rows going down there, but the referee, the man with the missile, deciding advantage. Western Province, JJ Kotze with the line-out throw. Looking to find his man, which he does in the middle of the line-out, and Western Province rumble forward with them all of their own here. Playing under advantage. Matia looking for a cross kick. Looking for Courtney Skosan, but the ball just bobbling out of his hands into touch. They're going to come back to a penalty here for Western Province on the 10-meter mark. 5 meters in from this left-hand touchline. Contest in the air there. From Lita and Kula, putting pressure on Courtney Skosan there. So he couldn't gather cleanly, and Western Province within range for a three-pointer. Opting for the positive play here, putting it into touch. Deep into the 22 of the Cheetahs here, and a real opportunity with only about 10 meters to the try line to attack here. Will we see another driving maul? JJ Kotze, this time overthrown, and the Cheetahs capitalize on the mistake, and here's a chase on now. The ball's right back into the 22 of Western Province, and it's Angelo Davids who has to go back to clean up that mess. So Western Province not efficient. They find themselves all of 70 meters right back inside their 22 as they look to break out now. The Cheetahs infringing at ruck time. So we've seen a couple of penalties both ways here. The referee not afraid to blow his whistle. This time it was Gideon van der Merwe there. Just infringing. And a penalty to Western Province, and Matia with a wonderful touchline clearance into and beyond the 10-meter mark inside Cheetahs territory on this left-hand touchline. Shout out F Cast Brazil, FCB Magazine. Tuning in here. Where are you tuning in from? What's your score prediction? Shout out here on Forever Sports. And the line out is won safely by Western Province as they look for another driving maul. They perhaps feel there's something there that they can work on in terms of gaining territory as Sunday looks to break away. Just not able to hold on to it there. The Cheetahs ripping it clear, but in the process knocking it on. It's going to be a scrum down to Western Province here, who up to this point, from what we've seen, have got the rub of the green from the referee at scrum time. Can they capitalize here? Scrumming such an integral part of the game, and that's coming back to the bomb squad, where Ireland, not necessarily the Ireland pundits in the Irish media, on their podcast, have called for the eradication of the bomb squad, but Ireland in fact utilised their bomb squad in terms of a 6-2 split in the Six Nations. So if you can do it, do it. And South Africa are in the fortunate position where we have players right on par with one another, whether they're starting or finishing. They don't diminish the quality whatsoever. But the Currie Cup, no doubt, always going to be a breeding ground for talent. The likes of Liesert Koboka has played for the Springboks, Spoon Corsi. Wonderful to still see them part of South African rugby. And also wonderful to see the youngsters coming through from the junior box, from the Varsity Cup, taking the step up. Enjoying the rich tradition of the Currie Cup that's been part of South African rugby for so long. The front row there of the Cheetahs, as per the referee, just infringing. Free kick to Western Province from that scrum into the 22. It's Imad Khan who finds one of his loose forwards. Now he's going to Yuri Matia, trying to spread it wide. The Cheetahs again capitalizing on a loose pass there, and Western Province are back 20 meters. 5 meters out from this right-hand touchline. But still in possession. Imad Khan to Liesert Koboka. Puts his head down, but he's brought to ground. Working their way into Cheetahs territory now. Lovely little kick into space there from Yuri Matia, driving the Cheetahs back. There will be a line out to the Cheetahs on this left-hand touchline, but seeing the space there, the fly half. Finding a blade of grass and rolling into touch. It's going to be JJ Kotze, or in fact, Marco Janse van Rensburg for the Cheetahs. I beg your pardon. Sekekete, safe hands. Looking for Gideon van der Merwe to take it up. Looking for a better angle here, Ruan Creer. Counter ruck is strong from Western Province, but Creer manages to find Wenzel. And he makes no mistake with the touchline clearance. We're up to the 10-meter mark of Cheetahs territory on this left-hand touchline here. JJ Kotze is the hooker of Western Province. Just got them mixed up for a moment. The Western Province making some good ground, but then in the moment, a loose pass. Ball gets turned over. They find themselves backtracking, but it's a line-out throw that's won by Western Province now. Up and over the 10-meter mark, working towards this right-hand side. Our Western Province, Damien Marcus taking it up. The Cheetahs looking to get over the ball, but it's Daniel Kasende there who's just pinged by the referee. It's going to be a penalty to Western Province. Seen both sides turning down the 3 points, opting for the corner. They want to win it in 5s and 7s. Yuri Matia has been accurate with the boot up to now. In fact, this was Wandile Similani there who just took it off Matia. The cleaners came in for Western Province, but Daniel Kasende not rolling away or not releasing after the tackle. And Western Province go marching into the 22 here. And it's JJ Kotze. Loose line out here. Knocked on by the Cheetahs. Western Province somehow come away with it. But no advantage, says the referee. So a bit of stop-start at the moment. After that pulsating start, a try apiece. The Jean-Luc Duplessis and Daniel Kasende. Western Province getting into the right areas of the field, but then just not being able to capitalize there. Overthrown, but the Cheetahs then in the process knocking it on. So it will be a scrum down to Western Province here, just inside the 22, 15 meters in from this right-hand touchline. Imad Khan with the feed. Massive scrum from Western Province. It's advantage, says the referee, and here's Damien Marcus. The fullback looking to break clear. Matia breaks one. In fact, it was Connor Evans coming through there. The big lock forward. Western Province still playing under advantage. Centre field. 8 meters out. The Cheetahs trying to hold on here. Can Western Province get points from this territorial advantage? Nothing comes of it there for the moment, and the Cheetahs under the pump here. There's going to be a conversation between the referee and captain, telling him to just shore it up or somebody's going to go to the bin. What will Western Province do here now? Is it a three-pointer perhaps? Seven apiece here. The first quarter is down in this Currie Cup clash in Bloemfontein. And a couple of penalties, too many for the referee's liking. And it's a penalty to Western Province. They're only about 7 meters out. And this time they are in fact opting for the 3 points just to take the lead and get into double points here. Double figures, should I say. Yuri Matia with the opportunity. Makes no mistake. Can do it with his eyes closed every other day, twice on a Sunday. And Western Province take the lead by 10 points to 7. 22 minutes gone in this clash. And the Cheetahs kick off deep into the 22. It's Similani who comes away with it. He's brought to ground. The safety of the 22 is there for Imad Khan. Can he find the right angle on the kick? He perhaps would have liked a little bit of more distance there. But clearing nonetheless, it's the Cheetahs who will have to make all the play here. They've had precious few territorial field position. But Janse Ferensburg, again, it's a loose line out, and Western Province knock it on. So in the clear skies here in Bloemfontein, we've seen a couple of handling errors, too many perhaps. This time the scrum will be in favour of the Cheetahs. Western Province have been dominant at scrum time. Do the Cheetahs want to get it in and out? Ruan Kriya to feed. This time it's solid from the Cheetahs. Gajima takes it up the inside centre. As they look to play down this blind side, Kasende, full of running. He's got a try already. Up and over into the 22 go the Cheetahs now. In possession are the Cheetahs via Zwanele Zito. He's brought to ground. They've gone back a few meters now. Pencil looking for a soft pass, but playing under advantage, tackling the man without the ball, says the referee. Are the Cheetahs going to try and shore it up here with a 3-pointer of their own? And to the post they go. Distance won't be a problem. It's pretty much in front of the posts. I could level it up here again. Yuri Matia there just tackling the man without the ball. Anticipating there, but just a little bit too early. And thus the penalty for the Cheetahs. Wenzel 1 from 1. Can he add the 3 points? One last look at the ball. It's a clean strike. And it's over. Ethan Wenzel levels the game up at 10 apiece here. 27 minutes gone in Bloemfontein. The line-out set plays on both sides has perhaps not been quite what they've been training all week for. They want to clean that up. That last scrum from the Cheetahs looked strong as Western Province kick off. Into the 22. It's Ruan Kriya. Finding Aiden Davis just to change the angle there. He's brought to ground. Slicing it just a bit, but going into touch on this left-hand touchline was Ruan Kriya. Just about on the 10-meter mark on this left-hand touchline. Western Province with the line-out feed via JJ Kotza. To the front they go, Western Province now. Looking to set up a driving maul. Use it once, says the referee. Imad Khan looking to come down this blind. Nothing on, but he's made a little break. The diminutive scrum off. And Western Province via Matia work their way to the 22. He's brought to ground. They just need someone to punch over the advantage line here. Imad Khan. To Connor Evans. And now the ball can shift. Penalty Western Province. And the referees had just about enough in this area of the field. It's going to be a yellow card. living life on the edge there, Gideon van der Merwe. And playing with the man down for just about pretty much of the rest of this first half. And with the forward down, Western Province opting to go for the corner. Yuri Matia putting it into touch. Now we're likely to see a driving maul. Luke Berger, the fullback, joining the line. Gideon van der Merwe infringing there, but again Western Province just not able to win the line out, and the Cheetahs break away. Is there an opportunity now? They're up to halfway. The defense is fragmented. Ruan Creer clears it up. The Cheetahs one quick ball. Wenzel. So after finding themselves on the 5-meter mark on this right-hand touchline with the line out to feed, the line out went astray. The Cheetahs cleared and they're all the way up to halfway. And in fact, with the penalty, is it within range for Ethan Wenzel? Can the Cheetahs take the lead here? No, in fact, on halfway, they're deciding to go for touch. Into the 22 of Western Province they go. A wonderful penalty kick clearance into touch there from Ethan Wenzel. But from inside their own try line, it was the Cheetahs breaking away. Right up to halfway, getting the penalty. Western Province will rue that missed line-out opportunity, especially with the Cheetahs being a man down. Jansa van Rensburg at the back with the driving maul. Ruan Creer, Mkachima. Again, Western Province, they're racking up the penalties conceded. And in all fairness, we also want to see consistency from the referee. We saw them give away a couple of penalties early on in their own 22. So surely they're bordering on a yellow card of their own if they give away another penalty. But it's Wenzel who puts it into touch. Gary Porter there, the man pink, changing his bind in the maul. Van Rensburg to the back, and it's a driving maul from the Cheetahs, but it's nicely countered by Western Province. Legally sacked, but in possession 5 meters out. Mkachima. Still in possession, the Cheetahs centre field playing towards this right-hand side. And another penalty. And here comes the conversation now. Penalty to the Cheetahs. 5 meters from their own try line. The referee having a conversation with Villiers Engelbrecht. It's an official team warning. We see that a lot these days. But the Cheetahs hot on the attack here in the right area of the field to score some points. Opting for the tap and go here. 5 meters out. Ruan Creer. Tumkachima. Munir Hotzenberg. The referee saying he just lost it forward. Enterprising play from the Cheetahs, but the score still locked at 10 apiece. Was Imad Khan there with the last ditch effort on defense. The ball popped loose. Mkachima thought he was over. But wonderful defense there from the scrum half of Western Province, Imad Khan. Just travelling forward. No try. Scrum down to Western Province here. The man who made the tackle, Emmett Khan, with ball in hand to feed the scrum for Western Province. Can they exit with a strong scrum here? The Cheetahs, of course, still playing with 14 men. Only 7 in the scrum, so Western Province perhaps looking for a big shove here. Advantage, says the referee. There it is. It's always going to come when you're only 7 in the scrum, and Western Province, to be fair, had been dominating at scrum time up to that point. Yuri Matia with the penalty kick clearance. Just short of their own 10-metre mark there, Western Province. On this left-hand touchline. As Cheetahs still a man down, about 4.5 minutes to go for Gideon van der Merwe to come back onto the field. Not straight, says the referee, so the lineouts definitely a point of contention for both sides, really. Just that bit of accuracy can cost you so much. Not sure if the Cheetahs are looking forward to the scrum, though. Looking to eat up a bit of time before they get their man back. Gideon van der Merwe, the yellow card. And this time around, the free kick going in favour of Western Province. And down on the grass there is Skulk Ferreira. Taking a big hit. Time off for the moment. Just about 5 minutes to play in the first half. He's up. The loose head prop, ready to rumble. But it's a free kick to Western Province. Yuri Matia with ball in hand. Will we see him put it high? Oh, the chasers there. It's a little bit deep. And it's Spoon Corsi with the safe hands who takes it up towards the Cheetahs' 10-metre mark. The Cheetahs still in possession. Looking for a box kick, looking for his chasers here. Is it contestable? Yes, it is. It's Spoon Corsi. He just couldn't get his cleaners there in time to secure the ball. And Western Province legally over the ball, says the referee. And they awarded the penalty. Victor Sekekete just asking a question of the referee. But to no avail, it's going to be a penalty here. 10 apiece. And in fact, they're going to go upstairs here. Time off for the moment. Is Henry Stassen in a little bit of trouble here for Western Province? We saw Victor Sekekete go over to the referee. Well, in fact, it's Yuri Matia who was ready to take the penalty kick. Could be the man who's in trouble here. Spoon Corsi, clearly the man who won the contest. Potentially could be some trouble here for Western Province late on in the first half. You have to make the responsibility your own if you've lost the contest, to make sure the player who gets the ball comes down safely, and Spoon Corsi landed rather unfavorably. And that's as a result of Yuri Matia's actions. Nowhere near the ball. Spoon Corsi did all the hard work, one feels. It can, in fact, be a penalty that's overturned here in favor of the Cheetahs. It's just about what the referee and TMO decide here. Having a word to Willie Engelbrecht. Surely it's going to be a penalty. It's overturned. And the Cheetahs now will have an opportunity to put the ball deep here in the final stages of this first half. Put themselves in a position to perhaps put it into touch, set up the driving maul. Put the pressure on. They're still playing with the man down. So fortunately for the Cheetahs, not conceding any points and finding themselves now in the right area of the field here, Ethan Wenzel will have the opportunity to put it deep into the 22 of Western Province on this left-hand touchline. Wonderful work in the air by Spoon Corsi. The player who loses the challenge in the air has to make himself, or has to have the responsibility, should I say, to bring the player down safely, or to not have any actions cause him to land the way he did. And that was the reason for that penalty. But somehow the Western Province side has managed to curtail this driving maul here, and they'll get the scrum down. Nothing comes of it. The ball goes dead from that maul. Ruan Creer tried for all money to get it out, but legally smothering the ball at that maul there, Western Province. Will have an opportunity to clear from the scrum now. The Cheetahs still with the 7-man scrum, under all sorts of pressure from this Western Province pack. But the score's level at 10 apiece. Straight to ground. Reset, says the referee. Enterprising play early on from Jean-Luc Duplessis after Yuri Matia put that chip over the top, scoring the try. Daniel Kasende scoring a reply for the Cheetahs, and since then we've only seen an exchange of a penalty apiece to bring it up to 10 each here in Bloemfontein. Early action, nothing really to make of it up thereafter, should I say, and another penalty to Western Province. At scrum time, really racking up those penalties, working their way just up to halfway. And the last real opportunity before half-time here for Western Province. Very cagey affair here in Bloemfontein. Gideon van Merwe just about ready to come back onto the field. The Cheetahs ready to be back to their full complement. Kotze at the line out. To the middle. It's Imad Khan to Yuri Matia. Chip and chase there, but to no avail. Wandesile Similani just knocking it on. It's going to be a scrum down to the Cheetahs into the last minute here before half time. Western Province have had one or two opportunities right up on that 5-meter line of the Cheetahs to make something of it. But just not accurate at line-out time. Cheetahs doing well to scramble and get out of their own half on a number of occasions. Nothing in this clash here at the moment. Locked up at 10 apiece. The Cheetahs back to their full complement. Ruan Creer to feed on their own 10-meter mark here. Another big scrum from Western Province, but the Cheetahs do manage to get it clear. Zito from Ruan Creer takes it up. They're stuck on their own 10-meter mark, 15 meters in from this right-hand touch line. Will the Cheetahs look to play here? Sekekete, Wenzel, looking for a cross kick. Western Province via Angelo Davids. Play on here. The Cheetahs opting not to put the ball into touch, and Western Province now coming back at them up to the 10-meter mark inside Cheetahs territory. It's all gone a little bit loose at the moment. It's knocked on, and that will be half-time, folks. Here in Bloemfontein in round 2 of the Currie Cup. It's the Cheetahs and Western Province who share the spoils here at 10 apiece up to half-time. We still have a second half to look forward to, of course. Stay tuned for that one. Live here on Forever Sports as we build up to that wonderful clash in Durban between South Africa and Ireland. I'll be back in just a little bit. Hello and welcome back here for the second half of this Currie Cup clash. It's round 2 here in the Toyota Stadium in Bloemfontein, of course. A stadium that's going to play host to the Springboks next week against Portugal. But all eyes on the Cheetahs in Western Province, locked in at 10 apiece as the Cheetahs kick off into the 22 of Western Province. It's Emmett Khan who's looking for Yuri Matia. Looking for an exit here. On this left-hand touchline, they find it. Just between the 10-meter mark and 22 of Western Province territory, but it is the Cheetahs who will feed the line out. And they find their man in the front. Off the top immediately, the Cheetahs looking to attack here. Rowan Creer finding Gideon van der Merwe and just knocking it on in the process there. It will be a scrum down to Western Province. They've been dominant at scrum time. Time off for the moment. We've seen a replacement there. Skalk Ferreira off the field, and on for him is Robert Hunt. Just some attention to Ali Nkajima, the inside centre. Feeling the knocks here, but for the moment, after that early start of tries apiece on both sides, Jean-Luc Duplessis and Daniel Kasende, it's just a penalty each for the rest of that first half. As we build up, of course, after this game, Stevie P will be live for the build-up to the clash in Durban between South Africa and Ireland, live here on Forever Sports. Get your friends, get your family, send them the link, tune in here, and we'll take you through it every step of the way as we are with this Currie Cup campaign. And this time, the Cheetahs winning a scrum penalty for the first time. Sazi Sandi, the man pinged, going off his feet. Will they take the 3 points here? The Cheetahs to go into the lead. It's a tight affair. We saw the positive play early on, opting to put it into touch, but this time around Ethan Wenzel, 2 out of 2 so far, has the opportunity to add the 3 and put the Cheetahs into the lead here. For all those tuned in, give us your score predictions for this game, as well as what you think about the Springboks in Ireland in that second game. Can the Springboks make it a clean sweep? Wenzel makes it a clean sweep, adds the extra 3, and the home crowd will tell you they're delighted. First penalty conceded by Western Province at scrum time, and it's 3 points for the Cheetahs here. Or in fact, anyone tuned in, if you want a shout out, throw comments, throw your comments at us here. Western Province kicked deep into the 22, but it's a good clearance. Into touch there by the fullback of the Cheetahs, Lita Nkula. We haven't seen much of him, but as I mentioned, it's been a stop-start affair. Western Province have the opportunity on this left-hand touchline. First got to win the line out. It's overthrown, but caught at the back. Western Province in possession now. Damian Marcus comes into the line, the fullback. Matia looking for space down this right-hand touchline. Manages to keep it in field just before the line, but it's gone into touch. Perhaps releasing that ball too early on the boot there. Matia, but the Cheetahs will have an opportunity now with the line out to clear here. Stuck inside their own 22, in the lead by a slender 3 points. It's Sekekete off the top. That's the fullback again off his left boot. Looking for a lot of distance there and finding the right angle. And a wonderful clearance from Litankula. Gaining some massive meters for the Cheetahs there. Perhaps hasn't been full of running, but there on that occasion, utilizing his left boot to good effect. Western Province just on halfway. Feed the line out. Big hit there from the Cheetahs. They've turned it over. Can they find the ball and give it some air down this left-hand touch line? No. But it's another penalty. It was Mkajima there with the big hit. And it looks like Damian Marcus. Industrious performance from Mkajima and another 3-point attempt here for Ethan Wenzel. Big hit in midfield. And he's the reason the Cheetahs have that penalty. All over the ball in the counter ruck. Wenzel 3 from 3 with the opportunity to add the extra 3 points here and take them up to 16. Can he keep his composure, the young man? He has the distance. He just needs the direction. Didn't strike it clearly. And it's faded away down this right-hand upright. First miss of the day for Ethan Wenzel. It stays at 13 points to 10 in favour of the Cheetahs. Another replacement for the Cheetahs here. Vernon Paulo coming on at hooker for Marco Janssen van Rensburg, and an unforced error from Western Province there. Kicking it straight into touch from the restart. It will be a scrum down to the Cheetahs centre field, just on the 22 here. Cole Wegner also on the field, another replacement. So we're seeing the finishers featuring early here. Just over a half an hour to go. It's a slender lead for the Cheetahs. As Ruan Creer has ball in hand to feed here. Options both left and right. Pick up from 8, Jean-Ray Rudolph there. Penalty advantage to the Cheetahs, and they come charging ahead. Gideon van der Merwe, they're only 2 meters out now. Creer, can they release the ball? Yes, they can. It's Munir Hartzenberg who gets the try for the home side, playing under a penalty advantage and taking all the advantage they can get by scoring that try. And it's the outside centre, Munir Hartzenberg, who goes over. And the Cheetahs up by more than a score now, and the conversion could put it up to 20. Quick hands. The defence had to shift down this left-hand side. Lovely little dummy. And try time for the Cheetahs. Ethan Wenzel, who missed his previous penalty attempt, can he add the extra 2? You bet he can. Makes up for that miss and puts the Cheetahs up to 20 points. Didn't want to settle for the penalty. Went for the try, got it. It's a 7-pointer with that conversion. The Cheetahs up by 20 to 10 now. Utilizing his left boot is Lito Nkula. This time around, taken back into the 22, and unfortunately, with the power he's got on that left boot, put it straight into touch. It's advantage Western Province now with the line out. Right back in the 22 of Cheetahs territory. Here, Western Province will look to strike. They don't want this game to get away from them. To the middle it goes. Imad Khan, Damien Marcus. Hit hard again. And all over that ball again are the Cheetahs getting the penalty. Vernon Paolo and Zito in tandem there, just not giving Damien Marcus an inch and coming all over that ball legally and winning the penalty. Wenzel to clear for touch. They've let it bounce. And the Cheetahs, fortuitously there, will gain a couple extra meters. The bounce of the rugby ball favouring them there. In fact, it was a hit from Gideon van der Merwe and then Paolo all over that ball. Playing with real intent now, the Cheetahs winning the line out. You feel the game opening up just a little bit. Out the back, Munir Hartzenberg to Kasende. He's brought to ground, working their way to the 22 now, the Cheetahs. Carl Wegner takes it up, the big lock forward. Wonderful. Through the gap, the Cheetahs are in for try number 3. It's going to be Jeandre Rudolph. Soft hands there in the offload. And now the Cheetahs turning the screws on Western Province. Jeandre Rudolph goes over under the posts. If you're a Cheetahs fan, you have all the reason to smile. That should be a guaranteed 7-pointer with the kick to come. Should all but be a formality. But it was the lovely soft hands in the offload to Rudolph. And he had a couple of strides to make, but he made it with real vigor. The number 8 was Mkachima with the lovely hands. Matia tried to come across in cover defense, but to no avail. The Cheetahs get try number 3. Shout out Jan Miller. Says, Cheetah, you go fast. They most certainly are going fast now, Western Province. Trailing by 17. The Cheetahs up 27 points to 10. Ricardo Bester says, tired of Province. What did they do to you, brother? Who do you support, in fact? That's the first question. Were you perhaps once a Western Province supporter? That's the second question, but it's Western Province who have possession after the Cheetahs kicked it upfield from the restart. They've got to start playing now. Rolling down this left-hand side in cover comes Ethan Wenzel. It was Similani there who put the little grub ahead. But 3 scores clear now, the Cheetahs. As we see the likes of Andre Juchefente and Skara Tabeni getting ready to come off the bench. The home side doing their fans proud at the moment after it was deadlocked at 10 apiece. Half time added the extra 2 tries and penalty. And it's CJ Velleman also making his way onto the field for Willie Engelbrecht. Perhaps a fresh injection here from the finishers off the bench. On for the Cheetahs as well. Opa Mahoje, also a Springbok in his own right. So lots of experience making way for Opa Mahoje's Aiden Davis. This game really starting to look like it's opening up. Western Province chasing the game thick now. As the restart is made. Couldn't hold on to the pass there. Western Province looking to play with ball in hand. But it's going to be, in fact, a scrum down 2. Western Province, the first knock-on was from the Cheetahs. Just Munia Hartzenberg getting a hand in there. One could argue, I guess. No real attempt to get the ball. It's a scrum down to Western Province. Pressure on from the Cheetahs this time around. Western Province finding it hard to clear the ball, but this time around getting the penalty. Western Province. The referee saying the Cheetahs scrumming in at an angle there. Interesting to see which position Andre Juchefente is playing here, wearing the number 19 jersey. Here comes Damian Marcus from the line out. Into the 22, go Western Province. CJ Velleman stopped dead in his tracks. Going back a few meters there, Western Province. Just outside the 22. Andre Juchefente. Looks like he's packing down on the open side. Yuri Matia going in there to secure that ball. It's a strong counter ruck from the Cheetahs. The counter ruck is good, says the referee, and Ruan Kriya puts it downfield. And no option there. But for Luke Berger to kick it into touch. Massive counter ruck. Sekekete involved there. Vernon Paolo involved there. Robert Hunt involved. The Cheetahs playing in tandem at the moment. Some more attention being given here to Gideon van der Merwe. Very involved, the number 6. Time off for the moment. The Cheetahs up by 27 points to 10. And it's just Connor Evans getting some attention as well. Players down. Perhaps feeling the intensity at the moment. It's picked up in the second half. But it's been all Cheetahs for the moment. The home crowd have everything to cheer for. And it will in fact be a line out to the Cheetahs on the 10-meter mark of Western Province territory, and on the field for Gideon van der Merwe, who's going to make way in this game for Niels Volschenk. Perhaps taken one too many knocks. But here come the Cheetahs again, looking for a bonus point try now. Robert Hunt takes it up. Bensel with a lovely inside ball. Kajima can't hold on, but it's a forward pass, says the referee. Could see what he was thinking there, looking for Kajima on the inside. But just a touch forward. The referee on the spot, definitely going forward there. Kajima not able to hold on to it anyways. And we're just about into the last quarter. And on the field is Marco Janse van Vieren, who will take over. Taking over from Ruan Krier here. Three tries, plays one, solitary penalty for Western Province. But it's Kassende, Munir Hartzenberg and Jean-Ray Rudolph, who all got 5 pointers for the Cheetahs. And Andre Jugofente is packing down on this flank. What's the thinking there in terms of the national setup? Reset call from the referee. So the benches on both sides being utilized to just about full effect. "20 minutes to play. Can Western Province find their way back into this game?" They kind of need someone to open it up. Is there going to be someone who nominates himself? Ricardo Bester says, done with the Currie Cup. Dead competition. Hope it gets disbanded. I want to disagree with you, brother, in all due respect. Still the breeding ground. Rich tradition in the Currie Cup for South Africans. I know it's taken a toll because of the rugby calendar, but you must remember we have the URC, a lot of economics involved, and the players are just playing so much rugby. But still, we can see the step up from the likes of the Varsity Cup, the Junior Box, them having the opportunity to feature. It's a level up. And I say the next level would be the URC. You could just find your gold in the Currie Cup, especially if you're a player called for high honours there. And on that occasion, the scrum Goes down, Western Province conceding the penalty, and a penalty opportunity to add the extra 3 for Ethan Wenzel to take it up to 30 points. And Western Province losing their grip completely on this game. Were first to score, but since then they have been under the pump, and it's Sazi Sunday penalised by the referee, going straight to ground. And Western Province will have it all to do if they want to try and get back into this game. Martin Griesel says it would be wonderful if they could make the Currie Cup into an FA Cup style tournament, like a single elimination tournament. I'd err towards that side and agree with you there, brother. Would you want to see the likes of the first division sides also feature? Where do you fit them in? But we saw such a big disparity last week between the Cheetahs and the Griffins. And remember, the Cheetahs don't have the luxury of playing in the other competitions, so not getting as much rugby. You're saying you want to then see it in a shortened format? I think what we have lost to a large degree because of the calendar is definitely the featuring of the Springboks. Back in the days, we'd see a lot more intense rivalries. It's taken on a new shape now, but that is the nature of rugby and the climate we're in at the moment, as Western Province look to clear here. Still in possession, but stuck inside their own half. Looking to play with ball in hand down this left-hand side. Similani makes a few meters. But he's brought to ground. Can Western Province find space here? Damien Marcus to Philemon. The Cheetahs holding on defensively for the moment. Still in possession, almost up to the 22 now. Yuri Matia. Still available for Western Province. Working their way up, phase after phase here. Andre Juchefente takes it up. The Cheetahs stretched on defense here. Penalty, Western Province. They can't look for 3 now, surely. They've got to get going, get on their bicycle, and start pedaling fast. Yuri Matia takes no time. Ball in hand. They've got to play now. They're 5 meters out on this left-hand touchline. Yeah, just coming back to the Currie Cup, I think there's just so much rugby. You have to find a competition where our professional players can continue to grow and evolve. And Western Province with the driving maul here. 3 meters out. Can the Cheetahs keep them out? Right on their try line here. Western Province doing all they can. And another penalty conceded. It's a tap and go. Western Province want to get going. Surely now that's a try. Yes, it's a try, says the referee. It's CJ Philemon, the man who comes up with the score. And Western Province up to 15 points with the conversion to come, but they've got to really push on from here. They've got to keep the ball in hand, limit the mistakes, put the defense under pressure. They did on that occasion. We saw Labib Kanamaya take it up just short, and then Philemon coming through with the leg drive to put it over. The conversion is good. It's 10 points in this game here this afternoon. Keep in mind, we're building up with a little taster for what's to come this afternoon. The Springboks, of course, looking to clean sweep the Irish. The Irish, who consider themselves the best team in the world after beating the Springboks in the World Cup last year, fell short in Pretoria. The Springboks got one back. You could call it 1-1. But the Springboks want to make it 2-0. And so do the Cheetahs here. They want to make it 2 out of 2. Western Province putting up a little fight. But time running out. There's only 14 minutes left. Connor Evans getting some more attention, soldiering on. 27, play 17 here in Bloemfontein. What is your score predictions for the Boks versus Ireland? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe to the channel here on Forever Sports as we take you on a rugby journey. This Super Saturday, we saw the All Blacks, of course, defeating England by 24 points to 17. Australia overcoming Wales by 36 points to 28, in case you missed it. So clean sweep this weekend for the Southern Hemisphere teams. And in our domestic competition here, it's the Cheetahs who lead Western Province by 27 points to 17 as they are in possession from the line out there. Western Province cleared it from the restart, and in possession is Carl Wegner up and over the 10-meter mark. Cheetahs in search of that bonus point, but it's turned over. Western Province in possession on their own 10-meter line. Connor Evans takes it up. The lock forward. Kanamaya at the base. Kanamaya to Yuri Matia. Looking to step his way out of trouble there. And running to a bit more trouble. Kicking the ball away is Kanamaya. Perhaps not the best option. And Kula now, with his real first opportunity to run up to the Cheetahs' 10-meter mark. Ethan Wenzel looking for space, finding a blade of grass. Misjudged there from Yuri Matia. And the Cheetahs are playing in the right areas of the field now. They want to hold on to that lead. Quite a bit of a blitz the beginning of that second half. Taking Western Province 25 minutes of the second half to get their first score since half time. And the misjudgment from Yuri Matia means it's a line out to the Cheetahs. It's those sort of errors they can ill afford now. The Cheetahs with the driving maul. Looking for their fourth try, which in effect will be their bonus point try. Western Province under the pump here. Vernon Paolo there putting his head down, trying to get over the line. And held up, says the referee. which would mean it's a goal line dropout. Western Province will then kick it back to the Cheetahs. They need ball in hand. Playing on the wrong areas of the field. Western Province. Marco Jansen van Vuren finding Vernon Polo, put his head down, but just held up short. You know the confidence is up when the collar is up. Time off for the moment. Jean-Ray Rudolph getting some attention. But a goal line dropout here from Yuri Matia for Western Province. 10 minutes to go. The Cheetahs lead by 27 points to 17. Little chip kick over the top, the bounce of the ball. Good for Western Province. The Cheetahs over that ball there. But playing advantage. It was Jean-Ray Rudolph, the man, who put the little chip kick over. Would you believe it? Seeing some space. Just couldn't hold on to gather the ball. Got a try already of his own, but it's going to be a scrum down to Western Province. A much more entertaining second half. But we haven't really seen Western Province put the game or the ball through a couple of phases and ask too many questions of the defense. Like I said, they've had their opportunities on the Cheetahs' 5-meter mark. And just the accuracy letting them down on that occasion. The accuracy at scrum time letting them down. It's a free kick to the Cheetahs as they come charging ahead. Jan Muller says, still waiting for the box. All the best to the box. Hulle weet nie wat ons weet nie. And the Cheetahs get another penalty here. They seem to be more intent on closing this game off. Western Province perhaps playing a little bit more individually. The Cheetahs also taking their opportunities when they need to, and now searching for that bonus point by putting it into touch via Ethan Wenzel. Tough call there on CJ Philemon, who was penalised. But nonetheless, Vernon Polo for the Cheetahs. It's going to be a driving maul. Solid push ahead. Breakaway from Vernon Polo. He put the collar down, but he's got it over the line. And the Cheetahs are up to 4 tries and the bonus point. It's 32 points to 17. And that should just about be game, set and match. Here at the Toyota Stadium in Bloemfontein. Set up a good maul, the Cheetahs there. Went to the front. And then down the blind side on this left-hand side. Vernon Polo, no one covering him. This time he won't be denied. Held up a few minutes ago. But dotted down for the bonus point try here. And Wenzel could potentially add the extra 2. Very tough kick for Ethan Wenzel. Has he got the direction? No, he hasn't. Just about 7 minutes to play. And the Cheetahs now up to 32 points to 17. Western Province will have to score 3 times. We haven't seen the likes of Courtnell Scorsan, so the ball hasn't really travelled to the wings for Western Province, which is a problem. This time the restart is gathered by Western Province. Can they put up a little bit of a fight? It's shifted wide. Angelo Davids gets it, but he can't stay in field. Also had precious little possession of the ball. The pass was good, but he couldn't stay in field, and the Cheetahs now will have the opportunity with the line out. Rushing in to defend there was Nkosi. Left the wing open for Davids, but he couldn't stay in field. Owen says, I'm new to rugby. What's the difference between a regular try and a bonus try? A try is 5 points nonetheless, but if you score 4 tries, Owen, the 4th try is considered a bonus point try, meaning you get 1 extra point on the log. So if the Cheetahs won with 3 tries, they would get 4 points for the victory. But because they scored the 4th try, they will get 5 points on the log. So instead of 4 points on the log, they'll get 5 points for the victory. So try after try number 4, 5, 6, no matter how many tries you score, it's if you get 4 or more, you get an extra log point. So no difference in terms of how many points you get for the try, actual try. The try is a 5-pointer, but in terms of the log, you get an extra log point for 4 tries or more. And the Cheetahs have scored their 4th try. So should they walk away victorious here, which looks like they will be doing, they'll get 5 points to put on the log. As they did with that massive victory last weekend, they also got 5 points on the log. Shout out to Johan Andre Moritz. I hope that helps you, Owen. So 4 tries or more is an extra log point. You also get 1 point. Let's say Western Province scored 4 tries. They'll get a log point to take with them, even if they're on the losing side. Scrum down to the Cheetahs. Jean-Ray Rudolph from the base. Van Vieren. Nkula. He's broken a couple of tackles and up to the 22. 5 meters in from this right-hand touchline. They play towards centre field. Here's another opportunity. And full of running are the Cheetahs. That's try number 5. Yes, it is. Lovely soft hands again. And it's Vernon Polo with the brace, the replacement hooker. The Cheetahs have put this game to bed now. 10 all at half time. Just gives you an indication of what the second half has come to. The Cheetahs clearly dominating. Whatever was said at half time seemed to work. Western Province not playing cohesively enough. And another miss there, unfortunately. And try time, it's try number 5. The hooker's full of running. He had his eyes only on the try line. There it is. Simply sensational. says he'll take 2 tries from the bench. The Cheetahs up to 37 points to 17, and there's just no way back now for Western Province. You can see it in the body language pretty much. And pinning Western Province back with that kick. Van Vieren and Western Province will look for some sort of consolation here. Marcus looks to shift it to Angelo Davids. He's had precious little ball, but he's wrapped up. Kanamea at the base for Western Province. But the Cheetahs' tails are up. There's just no way through now. Similani. He's looked lively, but he just hasn't been able to connect with Courtney Elsko's-Son that much. Still in possession on the 10-meter mark here, Western Province. Kanamea, Matia, Damian Marcus. Through and up to the 22 they go. Can the Cheetahs disrupt the ball? Yeah, they do, but illegally so, says the referee. They were into the final minute. It's Van Vieren there who's been pinged by the referee. So Western Province will have a penalty and perhaps one final opportunity. They'll go out of this game with no log points though. Only 2 tries to show for their efforts. Been a tough afternoon in Bloemfontein. Time off for the moment, only seconds to go on the clock. The Cheetahs showing their worth in the second half. Tap and go from Western Province. Their real last opportunity to take some sort of consolation. But no points on offer this time around at the Toyota Stadium. Big hit. You can just see the intensity from the Cheetahs is there. Penalty to the Cheetahs, says the referee. Strong counter ruck, and that will be that. The Cheetahs tap, put it into touch. And it's all over here at the Toyota Stadium in Bloemfontein. The Cheetahs victorious by 37 points to 17. A strong second half from the Cheetahs. And we look forward to the build-up, of course, to the main game of the afternoon. South Africa against Ireland here live on Forever Sports with Stevie P. Taking you through that one. Live from 4 o'clock. Our captain Stevie P in the driver's seat. And what a game to follow that will be for Rassie Erasmus and his men for the Cheetahs here. It's 2 out of 2 in the Currie Cup so far. Western Province yet to get off onto a winning note. Lost at home last week. Lost away now. And there's some questions that will need answering. The Cheetahs victorious by 37 points to 17. Stay tuned for the big one. It's South Africa to make a clean sweep over Ireland. But from myself, Roots here at Forever Rugby, and forever sports. Until next time, it's bye for now.